Hi Sequels friends, it is the first Friday of a new month and you know what that means. It is time to talk about April sales. And I can't believe it, but I barely eked by and had another record-breaking month. So let's get right into it. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so wonderful to have you here and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are new, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Etsy, and I use this YouTube channel to document my journey. Today it is all about April sales and I had another record-breaking month. Just eked it by, but it was still technically a record-breaking month. So let me tell you what's going on. First, as per usual, we'll go through the numbers, and then at the end, I'll show you all of my best performing items. So the good, April sales came in at a gross of $2,269.83. Friggin' wonderful. The net sales after platform fees and cost of goods, and in some cases shipping, the net sales ended up coming in at $1,468.50. Last month it was $1,448.48. So just a little over 20 bucks difference, but still it came in higher. Best month ever, that is a 2% increase over last month, which was the best month ever. In April, I sold 80 units versus March's 105. So that was a 2% sales increase in dollars on 24% less sales. Yeah, I know. 3 items even sold for more than $100. So stay tuned or cheat and use those timestamps below to skip ahead and see what those were. 19 of the items sold in less than 1 month because I am trying to keep better track of how long I'm sitting on goods. So 19 of them went right out the door. So as you can guess, since I made more dollars on less units, yes, finally my average sale price is increasing. So my ROI went up just a few points from 63% to 65%, but my average sale price jumped to $18.36. Heck yeah, I am so proud of that because I am struggling so hard to get to my $20 goal. That is up $4.60 from last month, best month ever, where my average sale price was just $13.76. So I definitely have to keep this momentum going. And if you're wondering how I did this, let me just tell you 2 major things helped me accomplish that goal. One was adding this teeny little spot to my sales spreadsheet. It was just an average sale price and I have it at the bottom of the spreadsheet so that every single time an item sells, I can see how it's affecting my average sale price. The second thing I did was add to my Mac notes that I pull up every day. This formula is a quick way of reminding me, will it make me over $20 and should I thrift it? So I did that by saying, how do I net 20 bucks? If the retail's $34.99, and I subtract out 10%, which I send to offers to watchers and offers to likers, then I'm at $31.49. If I then subtract out 20% platform fees, I'm then at $25.19. So technically I have just $5.19 to spend to ensure that I hit a net of 20. Of course, the more that I can thrift for over 20, the more that I can let go for less than 20, because it all plays into those variables. Adding that calculation really has made a huge difference, and being conscious about whether I'm spending my money right has also made a huge difference. So that may be something you want to consider if you are like me and struggling to get your average sale price up. So those were all the really good things, but I do still have some bad things that I need to keep working on. And that is my average sale price is still under 20 bucks. It's headed in the right direction, but it's still lower than I want it to be. So I still need to be very conscious of that and work on it. So another thing that is not so good that I need to work on for this upcoming month is I did not list as many items as I did the previous month. For my record selling month of March, I listed 140 items. For this month, I just listed 93. So that is definitely something I need to work on for the upcoming month, which will hopefully help to ensure that I can beat April's numbers again. So it wouldn't be a Heather's monthly sales video without this handy dandy chart. So silly Heather realized when editing this video that in the video I recorded, I talked all about March's category of sales and not April's. So let's get it right here. I'm going to do a voiceover and tell you with the correct information of what categories performed best for April. So if you're new here, highlighted in sequels pink are the best performing, top performing categories. And then highlighted all the way to the right in the dark gray are the highest sell-through categories. So accessories, home, and tops were the 3 top performing categories, with the honorable mention of jewelry, which didn't perform unit-wise, but definitely did dollars-wise. And you'll see when I talk about the items that sold for over $100, why home is there and why that jewelry number is skewed. As for sell-through, bags sold through 23%, electronics 25%, which isn't a category I'm really in, just experimenting with. But intimates and men's jeans, I sold through 50% of my inventory in 1 month. Clearly categories that are performing that I do not have enough stock on. And then for shorts, we're in the season, folks. 43% of my inventory sold through. Again, a category that is performing that I do not have stock on. This is great to keep track of your sell-through, as it really lets you know what you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. And you can bet your bippy, when I was at Goodwill just the other day, I picked up a half a dozen pairs of shorts because they are definitely needed. So let's get back to Video Heather. So no, Video Heather's not back because it only stands to reason that I did the same mistake on the platform chart since they're on the same spreadsheet. So here we are with April's sales by platform. 38% was done on Poshmark, 35% on eBay, 1% on Etsy, and 2% on Facebook. That is based on unit sales. But what's really interesting is when you get to dollar sales, you can see that Poshmark brought in 52% of the dollar sales, making more money on Poshmark. eBay brought in 39%, pretty flat to the units, Etsy 2%, and Facebook brought in 8%. Whenever that percent to total dollars is higher, that means you are making a higher profit on that platform. So let's get right into, and I'm trying to go a little faster than normal to get it all in, but let's get right into the top performing items. Now these are just happen to be in the order of the day that they sold. So we're starting with the beginning of the month, but these are all the items that netted me over 20 bucks, and a lot of them netted me way over 20 bucks. So these are some interesting things. First up is this cracked iPhone 6. I have been working on a video for you guys that's going to come out in the next upcoming month or so, all about how I source things around my house and list them online to make money. This is something that was sitting in a drawer, and I ended up listing it on eBay, sold it for about I sold it for $69 and ended up netting $43.81 after cost of goods. Could have netted more if I would have just shipped it USPS, but I got nervous about it and shipped it UPS, which cost me more money. This is in that same category, stuff that I sold from around my house. This is a, I'm not gonna say it right, acetylene tank like you would use for welding. I ended up selling this on Facebook for $100, and it was a local pickup, so I ended up making $100. Next up, this men's Guardian of the Galaxy. This is a jacket that I got in my men's Thread Up box. It was one of the first items to sell from that box. Sold it for $62 and netted $43.32 after Poshmark platform fees and cost of goods. This Kate Spade black rhinestone necklace, I got this in a Goodwill jewelry box. Oh my God, I'm trying to get my hands on another one, but that shit sells out instantaneously. I ended up selling this for $42.99 on eBay and netted $34.94. Not bad at all, given that the cost of goods is 80 cents. Yeah. This gorgeous vintage 60s peasant dress, this ended up selling on Poshmark for $79, folks. Yes, $79. This is why I love vintage. And I ended up netting $57.61 after platform fees and cost of goods. Here's another one from that recent men's thredUP box, and it was my first men's thredUP box, and you know I got another one on order. This jersey, I ended up taking an offer for $32.99 and netted $20.26. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rare Whiting & Davis. You hear a lot about Whiting & Davis mesh. I have two Whiting & Davis bags, but this one sold first. It is definitely an 80s style with some rainbow metallic. I got this at one of my little honey holes that keeps me in the purse business, and I sold it for $74 on Poshmark and netted $57.21. This J. Jill denim drawstring midi dress came in my thredUP jeans box. No, my thredUP DIY denim box, and I sold it for $32.99, netting $21.03. This oversized, chunky Flintstone style necklace I think is Bakelite, but several people helped me out and gave me some different ways to test it. It is not Bakelite, but it did pass 2 of the 3 Bakelite tests. But I still don't think it is Bakelite. I think it's another form of resin that was popular back in the day. But this actually sold for $128.99 on eBay. I netted $102.94, and it is going to a movie set in Atlanta, which looks like it's going to be in the new Tyler Perry movie. So you know I'm going to have to watch that to see if I can identify my necklace. These 90s vintage Ralph Lauren jeans, they sold on Poshmark for $35, netted $23.90. I'm telling you, I'm really trying to figure out the vintage jeans game. Ralph Lauren seems to be working, Wrangler seems to be working, Levi's seem to be working. Some of those 80 brands I'm getting a lot of hits on, but not any sales. These Martino of Canada boots, these are wonderful. I actually sourced them from Goodwill, and I ended up selling them on Poshmark for $39.20 and netting $35.01. This is a great brand to look out for. Cole Haan Nike Air snakeskin shoes. These are adorable. I got them in a thredUP box that I think I bought this past fall. I've had trouble getting any interest in them. Put them on Facebook Marketplace and ended up getting taking an offer for $34 and netted $21.31. I still think those should have gone for more, especially since they were Cole Haan Nike Air and so unique. But at this point, I'm willing to let them go for anything that was over 20 bucks. This 888 top I sourced came again from one of my favorite Salvation Armies. This one cost me just 99 cents and I ended up making $21.51 on it, and the only reason why I did was because that cost was so cheap. This is a top that looked like it, I don't know, I pulled this out of the bins. The quality seemed very nice. It's an original Five Brothers. Five Brothers sells for really, really well if you can get your hands on some older pieces. This one, based on the labeling and everything, led me to believe it was current. I still put it up for a decent price as the pricing was all over the place, and you know I always start high. I sold it on eBay for $37.99 and netted $23.09. American Eagle Artist Stretch Bootcut Jeans. These also came in my thredUP DIY denim box. I've heard numerous people say that American Eagle sells well. In fact, if you didn't just watch Amber Resells jean recap, you definitely want to check it out. It is typical Amber Resells and chocked full of information, and she has continued to say that American Eagle jeans perform for her, and based on this sale, I would say that I would pick them up if I could find them in the wild for the right price. They ended up selling for $37.99 and I netted $21.97. This My Choice Italian leather bag, I went to Goodwill at the right time. I never find bags there, but I ended up finding multiples this day. This was a beauty. They had to have just put it out. Everything about it, it has lots of markings on it, lots of branding, and beautiful dusty pink suede. Everything about it led me to believe that this was something special. I did not recognize the brand. Got it home, did comps, realized that this style bag isn't out there often, and this brand does sell for good money. I had listed it very high at $74, had somebody make me a $50 offer, told them no. And then they ended up coming back a month later and making a $50 offer, and I said, you know what, based on the cost of goods, I'm gonna take it. So sold it for $50, netted $35.81. This Foca of Spain bag, I believe that it's vintage, but I couldn't verify that it was, but it was new with tags. Had it listed for $59, took an offer of $57.99 and ended up netting $31.89. I did pay up for this bag at $9.99, given it was genuine leather and new with tags, and I would say that that definitely paid off. Because you know this girl is hardly ever picking up anything for that price, because I am cheap. You guys will recognize this from my brass cleaning video. This is the set of brass tapered candlesticks. I sold these on Etsy for $41.78, and I do offer free shipping on Etsy, so I ended up netting just $26.52 on them. Not too shabby for a $1.98 buying cost. I don't even know what to say about this. This is a vintage jewelry piece that somebody just randomly gave me because they know I love vintage stuff. And it is a brooch in the shape of a crown, not my aesthetic at all, nothing that I would wear. I've kept it in my jewelry box for 2 or 3 years. And as I was cleaning out my closet and all that, I said, what is this? Let me just list it online. I'd rather just sell it so somebody that would enjoy it will actually wear it instead of just sit in my jewelry box. So I looked it up, and it is Trifari, and it is fairly rare. You could see some out there, but not this exact style. I believe, I have a hard time exactly dating it, but I know that there's a patent marking on it from 1944, but I don't know if it's actually that old. Comps were all over the place, so you know your girl started it out high at $199. And when somebody on Poshmark, where I'm less likely to have to deal with a return, where somebody on Poshmark offered me $159 for it, I said heck yeah all day long. Given I had no buy-in cost, and I ended up netting $119.75 after fees. So if you have shit that you're not wearing and you're not using, I will say it over and over again. Just look it up. Just look it up. So you can see that 2 of my items that netted me over $100 or netted me $100 are all going to be part of my I sold it from around my house video. Let it go, people. Just let it go. And then last up, I took an offer on these Dolce Vita beautiful slides. I love these. I was kind of hoping that nobody would buy them because I keep them for myself, but every time I say that, it's a guarantee that they will be sold in the next few days. These came in a thread-up shoebox. I took an offer on eBay for $37.99 and sold them and ended up netting exactly 20 bucks. Not too shabby at all, pretty pleased with the sales. Do think I could have done a little bit better if I was a bit more thorough on keeping up with my listings, so that is definitely something I am going to be working on for the month of May. So let me know in the comments below how your April went. Are you still seeing increases? Do you feel like things are slowing down? I've seen a lot of resellers talk about things are slowing down and they're not pumping and jumping like they were during the beginning of the COVID crisis, which really had a lot of people buying stuff online. But sometimes I think it also just depends on how much effort and motivation you're putting into it. So I'd really love to hear from you guys as to what's working for you, how your month went, and what you want to work on to ensure that your month is kicking for May. So let me know in the comment section below. You know I love to hear from you guys. Now, if you found this video useful to learn a bit more about what some of the items are that maybe you should be picking up when you're outsourcing, or if you think that it's useful because you can gain a bit more knowledge about how to deep dive into your sales, then please go ahead and consider giving me a thumbs up. Your thumbs up let me know I should create more content like this in the future. And if you haven't done so already, and I know there's a bunch of you looky-loos, you love to come on in here and watch my videos, but you do not hit that subscribe button. What's that about? Why don't you go ahead and do it? Costs you nothing, and it really helps out my channel tremendously. Why do I always say something wrong at the very end of every freaking video? Tremendously, and I would greatly appreciate having you as a Sequels friends. So please do consider to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and ring-a-ding-a-ling my bell so that you are notified every Tuesday and Friday when I upload new videos. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're getting some warmer spring weather. Go out and enjoy it, and I will see you on Tuesday with a new video. Everybody take care. Bye.